Thank you again for coming back and listening, watching part one. And here we are getting ready to go into part two. Let's continue to make sure that we're paying attention to what we need to put in our bodies so we can have mind focus, so we can do these 6 hours and these 8-hour work days. Let's tune in.
So I just want to go back because I know you mentioned omega-3s and I know we talked about omega-6s, but I do want to point out more for people such as myself or other individuals out there that may be already eating omega-6s and don't know what that product is. So can you just loosely run off, of course, what omega-3s are, what we need, and then I think you was mentioning like omega-6s is what we want to try to stay away from, correct?
Yeah. Long story short, omega-3 is a particular compound. That compound, when we look at it in the body, it makes us feel less pain. And it helps us to resolve inflammation, which means get over the inflammatory process.
Right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I'm sorry, I wasn't clear. So for the omega-3s and for the omega-6s, like what foods? Like if we go to it's cool to go to a gas station and we get like a nice trail mix. I think there's a good amount of omega-3s in there. But so can we just get the examples of like what the omega-3 products would be and what the omega-6s products are, so we can know, okay, let me grab this snack versus this snack?
Great question. So anything that is fish, right? And so a pack of sardines, right? You can sometimes get some wild caught sardines. People may not want to be around you, but that may be a nice way to get your work.
You better buy some gum when you're done too.
You may not have to worry about clients wanting to talk all day. You know, put a mouthful of sardines and say, "Oh, what you say, Chuck?"
Yeah,
no,
they may.
Young man, just get back to cutting the grass. So you may actually cut your day off doing that. But yeah, but in all seriousness, you want things like sardines, herring, mackerel, anchovies. See, these things are rich in omega-3s or healthy fats because they naturally eat food like kelp and krill that are rich in omega-3s, and it just becomes a part of their bodies. So when we eat them, we eat what they ate, which was omega-3s. So that is our best source. Most things that go through any type of process, what's processing? Taking a whole food and doing anything to it. So it can be minimum processing. Me taking a orange and turn into orange juice, even though that's super healthy.
Yeah,
that's
still a process.
But you have things that are called highly processed, which means you juice it, you boil it, you put chemicals to it, you extract. Now it's like, okay, I don't even know if I recognize this as orange juice anymore.
Right.
Just using an example. So you want foods that are close as it can to its whole source or how it is naturally. So in answer to your question, your best bang for your buck is going to get a nice can of wild caught sardines, herring, mackerel, anchovy.
Can we throw some salmon in there or some salmon?
Salmon in there, throw that salmon in there. If you add the L, it's going to bite you. So,
all right.
So don't add the L. I'm joking with you.
No, you're good. You're good.
But in all honesty, and then when it comes to omega-6s,
there we go.
Omega-6s are it's a byproduct of processing, right? Now, it is a natural thing, right? We have a natural amount of omega-6s, but the standard American diet, its acronym is SAD. Think about that, right? Okay. So if you follow a SAD diet, fast food, highly processed, calorically rich, all of these things are going to be high in omega-6s. And again, in a high ratio, we really want it to be 1-to-1, 2-to-1, 4-to-1. Omega-6 to omega-3, we're like 25-to-1.
Okay.
Yeah. Now that's we're very, very inflamed, which means just from the get, we wake up with aches, pain, and a lot of people don't make the connection with the food. So again, best source of omega-3, get you some wild caught, canned, small fish like sardines, mackerel, anchovies, like I said. And then what do you want to stay away from? Those omega-6s. And how do we stay away from it? The more processed, the more omega-6s.
And we can just look at the back of the bag and we can tell if it's 5 ingredients or 10 or 15 ingredients. I probably shouldn't. If there's a whole lot of chemicals back there that you can't pronounce,
Yeah.
Google. What is this?
If you feel like you singing Michael Jackson, Mama said, Mama Samba, like if you reading that and you start dancing as you're reading the nutritional facts, that's a sign. Yeah. You know, if you sound like you're doing mumble rap while you're reading, that's a sign that that's not for you. But again, all jokes to the side, it's not easy. It's not easy.
Got it.
It's not easy. So have mercy on yourself. Do one thing really, really well. So if you say, hey, I'm gonna eat sardines, do that. And if you keep your normal diet, at least you're doing something. Okay.
Now, jumping over to, I assume that you guys have a vitamin or a supplement that is omega-3?
Yep. So what we do is we take fish and then we process them in the sense that we take the fish, they're already dead, we've already taken the meat out of it and used it resourcefully. And then the skin, that's where a lot of that omega-3, because it's, that skin is fat. So, like when you cook salmon and you rub your hand across, it's really sticky. That's that omega-3s that you want inside of your body. And so we squeeze all of that out. Okay. And then once we squeeze all that out, we put that in a bottle, and then we introduce some lemon juice to it to make sure that it doesn't go rancid and it can stay shelf stable. And you have a high quality, and what you want is about 2 to 4 grams a day of EPA, DHA, which are the main components of omega-3s.
Okay. Now I have 2 more before we go ahead and enter the interview. I think I have 2 more questions. One thing that I do want to hit, and you probably already answered it, I know, with the protein, but and outside of stretching. So of course, like I said, lifting a whole bunch of equipment, whether it be bales of straw, mulch bags, center blocks, retaining wall blocks, gravel. Just whatever you can. If you've been in my case, I gotta lift a spare tire to put back on my trailer. So let's just talk about muscle soreness. And once again, I know we already talked about protein, but in addition to protein, having sore muscles, and then I'm gonna load this question: sore muscles and keeping mind sharpness.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Keeping mind sharpness, because once again, that dehydration, and we're on hour 5 and we got 3 more to go. So keeping that mind sharpness to make sure that we're still treating the 6th yard like the 1st yard. So talk to me a little bit about that. It's like something to keep your mind sharp.
Great. Yeah, great. Let's take muscle soreness. Yeah, you guys, you think about it, you're moving bales of hay. I mean, that's like a power clean. It's like you're moving stuff. You're doing that all day. You're lifted. You're doing squats. You're doing power cleans. You're doing over the head presses. You're doing shoulder raises. So you guys are athletes, man. You guys are moving all day, every day. And so when you do that, what is soreness? Soreness is when you tear muscle fibrils or muscle fibers. That's what that is. And when you tear muscle fibers, or when you exercise really hard, you induce the release of something called lactic acid. Lactic acid, when that is released, is the feeling of soreness. That's why when people they work out a lot, they get accustomed to that, especially when they have adequate health. So what that means is this: if I'm going to tear something down, I got to build it back pretty fast. But if I don't have those building blocks readily available, I'm going to be sore longer. What building blocks do we need? We need amino acids. Where do amino acids come from? Protein. So you can take amino acids in a supplement form, right? So I do that as well if I have a heavy day, right? If I have a heavy anything, if you take amino acids and something called magnesium glycinate. Magnesium glycinate.
Is that a product by itself, or is that in the protein?
That is a product on its own. So you have a formula, specifically a NutriDyn, called Core Aminos. So Core Aminos, and then you want to also get something called magnesium glycinate. Those things, magnesium is responsible for over 300 different chemical reactions in the body. Long story short, it's important. So when we have magnesium, it helps to relieve soreness. But you want to get the right type of magnesium.
Okay, here we go.
Magnesium glycinate. If you get magnesium citrate, you'll be sitting on the toilet. So citrate moves your bowels, so it's used for constipation.
Like milk of magnesia.
Like blood on the dance floor. Like it's you're I mean you're man on the mirror AMA awards, but the other one. Yeah, you're gonna be like that man. You're gonna be they're gonna be looking at you. Okay, anyway, so
no, I just want to be respectful of your time. We have roughly about 4 minutes, and before we end, I want to throw it back to you, so that way you can let us know about the website. Let us know what's just a little bit more information, what's on the website, how can we get it, simple to use, if there's an app, whatever the situation is. So actually, if you don't mind, can we go ahead and take that time to do that? Because I did want to get to mind sharpness, because
we can do the mind sharpness. Let's do that. So mind sharpness, again, everything begins with the gut. You may say, what's she talking about? Most of your neurotransmitters that are in your brain are produced in your gut, 70 to 80%. So a lot of times what you'll see with a practitioner is, instead of, they say, hey, I have attention issues, or I can't focus.
Got it.
They'll go straight to the gut. And they'll say, what do you mean? Well, we're going to the root cause. Why isn't your body producing enough of these neurotransmitters?
Right.
Now, if your gut is healthy, then we go upstream and we just tackle it. Could be something genetic, could be something even more.
Okay.
So in all honesty, a healthy diet is one of the best ways. I mean, when people do a detox, or when people do a healthy cleaning, the first thing they get is attention, energy, clarity, lack of brain fog. I used to get tired here. It's a classic response to healthy eating. So I want to make this as simple as possible.
Right.
You know, our bodies either has too much of something or too little of something. It's that simple. And if it has too much bad food, too much toxins in it, you're not going to have the energy. So if you walk around here and say, well, I ain't got no energy, but you know you didn't eat as good as you could, I don't want to give you a pill and have you think that that's going to work. That's not the root cause. The root cause is that you need to partner with someone, because it's not easy. It's not easy for anyone to eat healthy.
Yeah.
It's been said that it's easier to change someone's religion than their diet. So it is tough to do. So don't look at yourself in the mirror and say, what's wrong with me? It's what's wrong with everybody. It's tough.
And what you're saying is pretty much with somebody's diet. Like, we can go ahead and talk about somebody's habit real quick. That's in addition to the people in my field that smokes, having that smoke break. That's no different from the people that's in my field are doing something close, that maybe you're not having that glass of wine, maybe you're having a couple of beers, maybe you're having a couple of shots before you go. So even before you go to bed, you're waking up with your body already in the negative, in a nutrition deficit before you even start work. And then if you're going to a gas station to pick up a quick meal, because maybe you don't have that time to make a good breakfast before you head out, I don't want to use that term, but now you're in the double negative. Now you're using those fake energies, the Red Bulls, the Monsters, and all those different things. I'm gonna have to do a part 2 with you, but let's go ahead and part 3, because I want to ask you a question. I want to ask you questions about how do you feel about Propel and all the different mineral waters. And because I see a lot of water that has blue caps, I see water that have black caps, I see water that has green caps. It's like black is like alkaline. Don't get me to start just making up stuff or remembering, because I need some of that stuff to keep your mind sharp. But while we have these few minutes, please, man, tell people about the website and just the different products that we just named here. If you could just run down the products that we spoke about, and then just throw out the website, man.
Cool. Yeah. So go to nutrition.NutriDyn.com.
So right there.
The word nutrition dot That's going to take you to the website. Sign up. You'll be able to order. That's one of our practitioners' websites there, so you'll be able to order that. We only go directly to practitioners, so we don't go directly. But that is a practitioner's website that we allow, so they'll be able to order that. If you don't hear anything I say, keep it very, very basic: protein, omega-3s, and then magnesium glycinate. Just those 3 things. Just keep it simple.
Got it.
Omega-3 is going to help with inflammation. It's also going to help with brain health. Your brain is 60% fat, and it's the high quality fat of omega-3, specifically DHA. So if you don't eat good fats, your brain's going to be made of bad fats.
There it is.
Bad fat, inflamed brain, bad brain. So that's kind of how that works. Then after that, again, we talked about protein. Protein is going to help with satiety, help you feel full so that you're not hangry at 6 o'clock, and you make that decision to crush a dozen of Krispy Kremes, 2 Cokes, but they're Coke Zero, and you eating some pizza. That is a normal want, because what your body is saying is, I haven't eaten all day because you've been moving and I am hungry. That desire won't be there if you eat high quality protein throughout the day, every 2 to 3 hours. And then lastly, and then again, that protein is going to turn into those amino acids. That's going to help with soreness. And then magnesium glycinate, Glycinate.
Yeah, we got less than a minute here, Asher. We got less than a minute.
Thank you. Thank you again for watching part 1. Thank you again for watching part 2. Now, if you need to go back and just get some more information and write it down to find out what that nutrition is that we need to make sure that we can stay mind focused throughout these 6-hour, 8-hour, 10-hour work days, if you need to go back to find out what that protein is so that we can make sure that our muscles are getting that full replenishment that we need on the daily. You know, we're lifting a lot of stuff. Hay bales, salt bags, sandbags if you're doing masonry, lifting up the blower, the weed eater, that gets taxing on our bodies. So let's just make sure that we're taking care of our bodies for our family and for our children while we're doing this lawn care. Once again, thank you. Go cut some grass.